Good afternoon, everyone, and my name is Rishabh Kumar. And currently, you are watching a Spade EMS YouTube channel, and the most, what I say, the most knowledgeable session is going to happen just after a few minutes. And yes, it is none other than Yoga, the Pathway to Inner Peace, organized by Spade. And today, the speaker is going to be Shivam Mishra, sir. Uh, Amazing session. The topic is going to be yoga as science. काफ़ी बेहतरीन सेशन होने वाला है और आप लोग को आज सच में ये पता चलेगा तो साइंस होती है जो हम बात करते हैं विज्ञान की, जो ज्ञान है विज्ञान है। तो आज उसमें योगा किस तरह से अपनी भूमिका निभाता है, योगा किस प्रकार से अपनी, जो आप कह लें कि अपनी इतनी पुरानी टेक्निक्स को कह लें, इतनी पुरानी और नई, जो एंशियंट कह लो और मॉडर्न कह लो, क्योंकि योगा कई समय में बदली है, कई समय में उस पर कई सारे चेंजेस आए गए हैं। जैसे कि एक महर्षि पतंजलि ने योगा की जो चीज़ें लिखी या फिर बताई लोगों को, उसके बाद कई सारे लोगों ने उसे अपने अपने अकॉर्डिंग और समय के हिसाब से उसे उसमें कई सारे परिवर्तन किए। आज आप समझेंगे कि योगा एज साइंस, योगा में जो विज्ञान है वो किस प्रकार से पूरे दुनिया को जानना चाहिए। योगा आजकल के समय में ही नहीं, पिछले कई सालों से, कई दशकों से दुनिया को बहुत कुछ देता है और वो और भी क्या क्या दे सकता है। और अगर मैं आज के स्पीकर सर के बारे में बताऊं, शिवम मिश्रा सर के बारे में, तो सर डायरेक्टर हैं SKM योगा के, रिसर्चर हैं एम्यूनिटी इंटरनेशनल US में, और मेंटोर हैं एरो योगा वियतनाम में। सो काफ़ी इंफॉर्मेटिव सेशन होने वाला है आपके लिए। और बस जिस तरह से ये सेशन चल रहे हैं, हमारी यही हमेशा से इच्छा रहती है कि हम अपना पार्ट निभाएं। हाँ, एज एन स्पेडियन, एज ए स्पेड, वी ऑलवेज वांट टू गिव द वर्ल्ड समथिंग दैट इज इम्पैक्टफुल, जिसका कुछ इम्पैक्ट, जिसका कुछ आउटपुट निकल सके। एंड आवर टीम इज गेटिंग ए लॉट ऑफ मैसेजेस दैट how many people have tried the things when they have gone through these kind of sessions। आप इसे लाइव अगर अटेंड नहीं कर पा रहे हैं तो प्लीज़ अपने दोस्तों के साथ, अपने लव्ड वंस के साथ, अपने फैमिलीज के साथ शेयर करें, क्योंकि बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है इस तरह के सेशंस को शेयर करना और दुनिया को ये बताना कि क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो स्पीकर्स आते हैं वो बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सपीरियंस्ड हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा उनके पास नॉलेज है, एंड दे आर कमिंग नॉट फॉर देम बट फॉर यू, to give you something special, to give you something knowledgeable that is going to be impactful in your life. So it is very very much grateful that sir is live with us, sir is coming live within few seconds. So please be ready and please like, share and comment your questions on the comment section. We will take your questions also, and sir will answer the questions at the last, and we will try that each and every one of your doubts and your question will be cleared. So please be ready with the session, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, क्योंकि बहुत सारे योगा से जो रिलेटेड वीडियोस हैं या फिर हमारे पोस्ट हैं फेसबुक पे, इंस्टाग्राम पे, आपको वहाँ से भी बहुत सारे चीज़ें पता चलेंगी हमारे अपकमिंग सेशंस के बारे में। 30 जून तक ये सेशन होने वाला है सेम चैनल पे फ्रॉम 3 PM to 4 PM। और आज डे 8 है इसका और सेशन 9th है। सो काफ़ी अच्छा है कि स्पेड ने इतना अच्छे तरीके से इस चीज़ को आपके सामने रखा और आपने इस चीज़ को इतने अच्छे वे से एक्सेप्ट किया है। So it is great from all the team Spade. I am thankful, and all the team Spade is thankful to all of you, to all our viewers, that you are supporting us and motivating us to do these kind of session. And we will continue to do these kind of session. And sir is going to be live within few seconds. So thank you very much, every one of you.
Thank you so much, Shivai Upadhyay ji, and all eminent speakers, eminent persons, Himanshu Singh ji, Srishti Maurya ji, and rest members who are working rigorously for Spade. And you guys are like youth, and youth is something like, in Hindi we can commonly call it Yuva. Yuva, that means something like, the just opposite of Vayu. Vayu, you know very well that Vayu is part of the element of 5 elements, and it works very rigorously and couldn't stop, right? So you guys all actually belongs to the youth terminology, and it's an honor to present my topic in front of you all. So hello everyone, my name is Shivam Mishra, and let our session begins with a Gayatri Maha mantra that is first initiated by Vishwamitra, Swami Vishwamitra ji in Rigveda. So let me start Gayatri Maha mantra with oneness and one word. Om Bhur Swah Tat Savituravarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Shri Guru. Respected CEO of Spade, rest all members and all across the world who really want to learn something about yoga. This is a great opportunity to all yoga scholars that they are learning yoga, they are teaching yoga, and they are living a yogic lifestyle. First, when we think about yoga as a common manner, like you guys are engineer, you guys could be like a manager, you could be anything, like a scientist, like an artist, anything. But when you just think about yoga, you just identify that okay, something like Swami type feeling are there, and maybe some postures are there. Definitely, it is a common thing. When I was also heard the name of yoga, I also think similarly as you are thinking. But soon after later, I identified in another phase where I started yoga. I found my, main upbringing was not actually yogic background. However, when I joined the yogic sessions, I started my yoga education throughout my great university. And I identified that something that's really different from all over the feelings, all over your body, all of your mental ability. What was that? That was the big question for me. When I identified that there are something which could be for very smashing for me at morning when I wake up at 4:30 at morning, when I wake up at 4 a.m., I feel some tremendous air inside the environment. The energy level was absolutely different. But however, I was a scientific background, like I did my intermediate in PCM. I was a physics, chemistry, and mathematics student. It was a something like I don't understand it what it is. Commonly as a student, as a youth person, definitely I will identify that this is a normal year. But soon after later, when I do yoga and I identify that it is something different, which I must have to spread all over world, that this is not the normal year. This is the prana. And what is prana? What is scientific aspect of yoga? What is artistic aspect of yoga? I will definitely tell you today. And I'm sure that you will identify something. Not if you belongs to yoga, that's great. If you not belongs to yoga, then you also identify that each and every person belongs to two background. Like a coin have two aspects, like the first one and the second one aspect. Similarly, each and every life, like you are an engineer, that's good. If you are a scientist, that's good. But you have also, you are a yogi inside your own inheritances. Like in Gita ji, Krishna ji was said by Yudhishthir that and Arjuna also, he was asked by the Arjuna that can you please let me know how a normal person can do yoga, and what kind of gratitude and attitude of a yogi person should capture in their inheritances. On that particular time, Krishna ji just smiled and say, siddha siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yog uchyate. What is that? Means siddha siddhyo samo bhutva, like siddhi mein or asiddhi mein, like in both condition a person remains normal. Understood? Remains in the mid path. So that is all about yoga. Like yoga, if we talk about Hatha Yoga Pradipika, some says that hakara katita suryascha takara chandra uchyate. Surya Chandra Masur yoga, you understand? Surya and Chandra, there are two kind of separate entity, and when they unified inside in self own, this is the called the actual condition of yoga. throughout your life, my dear friends, throughout your life you identified yourself in a dilemma. Like you went somewhere, you identified that you are like you are doing BCA, like you are doing BTech in CS. On that conditions, you identified that this is really blissful for you, this is really important for you. Why you didn't choose MTech or BTech in mechanical engineering, like chemical engineering? Why you choose as a CS? So on that, this kind of dilemma, which definitely inherent you, and the artist factor of yours, own body, own mind, and own soul will definitely try to deliver you a great opportunity to identify the general value. And the general value is all about yoga. Whatever value you get from your family, this is all about yoga. Whatever you want to separate across world, that is all about yoga. If you do a scientific manner, then definitely it is yoga. And see, in normal phenomena, if you talk about like how yoga, if you talk about like yoga is scientific or yoga is an artistic manner, like you when you think about yoga, definitely you are a you guys are very young, so definitely you think that yoga is something like swami type feeling, like a person who have a big hairs, big big like mustache, and big something like the you identified in swamiji's, such kind of a picture you get inside your mind. So you identify that this is yoga because this is an artistic factor, right? Something have a scientific also, not only in yoga, in fact everything, each and everything, like you are also having two aspects. Sometimes you are very scientific, very in common word, in youth generative words, we can say that you are a very practical. What is practicalism? Practicalism is something like you are living your life very scientifically, like I am going to do something, why? This is the question, and when you put why, you get the answer, you get the answer in a scientific manner. Why I am doing that, why I am doing that. What is science? In the first normal phenomena, we ask that what is science. Science is something like in hindi we can say that vigyan is what? Vigyan is something vistrit gyan. Vistrit gyan, what is that? The something which can elaborate you. And the second major attribute of science is that this each and every science is universal in nature. So what about yoga? Is yoga is universal in nature or not? So if you talk about like yoga is universal and yoga is not universal, so you definitely put yourself in dilemma. Like we are practicing yoga in another form, like I'm doing asana, and in another part of like Mysore, like Rishikesh or like Goa, they are doing something like a bead yoga, they are doing something like Raj yoga. What is the difference between both of them? See, my dear friends, there are lots of differences in the artistic manner, not in the scientific manner. Like science has a clear cut definition. You know very well that science, like we put an example of physics. Okay, just put an example of physics. Like someone told that the when cesium and iridium plates, cesium and iridium plates vibrate for 91, 92, 63, 17 and 10, 91, 92, 63, 17, 17 17 and 70, 10. This is the this time period is called 1 second. This was the actually given by a definition of second by eminent scholar, eminent scientist. This is what, like 91, 92, 91, 92, 63, 63, 17 and 70. This is the number told by any scientist in America. Suppose for example in America, then the same time and the same thing happen in India, that is called 1 second, right? So this is what, this is the scientific nature. Like once Kepler told to us that 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2 upon r square is the, like m1 m2 upon r square is the something like we can show the parabolic motion of earth, and every every elements located in our Akash Ganga, that is what our Milky Way, our galaxy, that is what, this is the universalism that we found. This, like Einstein told to us, E is equal to mc square. This is absolute, this is universal in nature. Like it is actually visible in Germany, and same manner visible in Spain, and in fact America, in fact in India, and in fact in any country. So this is what science about. And what is art? Art is something like you grab the knowledge from your guru. Okay, like you are a sketch artist, suppose, and you identified as a student, and you learn the basic structure of artism, and you started sketching. Like you are a student of Maqbul Fida Hussain, and Maqbul Fida Hussain taught you a very great opportunity, very great art, and he show you, and you was the disciple for 4 or 5 or 10 years. And just after then, when you took the pen, definitely trust me, you are not going to sketch same like Maqbul Fida Hussain. Definitely you can sketch, but at least you have your own signature also. Like signature is the artistic pattern. This is what this is actually, from where we get that particular art, inside our body, inside our soul, inside our mind. Like the same thing, if you do, like as a, suppose you are a BTech student of CS, and you are designing the website throughout your mind. This is what, this is your artistic nature, that first made any identification, and just after there, you put it and code it in your computer. That is what, that is all about your artistic nature. Yoga is something like that. Some aspects of yoga is absolutely universal in nature. Like the yoga is oneness for you also in India, and oneness for one who is stated in located inside the US. Right, so both have same definition. This is what, this is the scientific aspect of yoga. And what is the need of scientific aspect of yoga? See, if we talk about like anatomy, like physiology, like psychology, like human science, like behavioral science, there are lots of sciences captured by yogic field. Like I am doing asana, suppose I am doing dharana, dhyana, and samadhi, like something ashtanga yoga I am pursuing my education, then definitely I will sit, I will do something like postures, I will definitely think about some phenomena, and I will make dharana, then I will travel to my dharana, and then dhyan, then samadhi, something like that I will practice. If I am practicing in India, this is what, this is my artistic nature, that in how much time I can control my mind. All right, so this is the artistic nature. And when I control the mind, which kind of phenomena I am thinking about, this is the scientific nature. Like I am thinking about, suppose I am thinking about any asana, like I am doing siddhasana, like I am doing padmasana, and on that time I was thinking like, oh my god, this is really difficult for me, my blood vessels are not performing well, I'm feeling pain. But in yoga shastra, what say, aset iti asanam. What is aset iti asanam? Sthiram sukham asanam, what is that? Sthiram, in which conditions you are sitting, like you feel very normal, very happy, this is called asana. But when you are going, suppose I told you, I tell you that you have to perform padmasana, but trust me, you cannot do that asana for more than 5 or 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes, same like that. Okay, so if you do the same asana for 30 minutes, and just after 30 minutes your blood vessels is not performing well, you'd say, oh my god, this is not for happiness for me, this is pain for me. Okay, so what scientific manner of yoga teaches, that bridge, like common sense is a bridge between scientific manner and artistic manner. You pretend to be an artist, but you are not using your common sense, you couldn't be a scientific scientific perspective, and you cannot become like a scientific manner practitioner. Okay, so you have to identify the ideology of scientific naturism and your artistic naturism. What is scientific naturism for you? Like practicalism, you always talk about, like I am very practical. If I am practical, then you pretend to be anything, I don't care. Like I am not supposed to respect you until unless you pretend to be respected. This is what, this is practicalism. And what is artistic manner? Anyone who just elder than you, I will definitely bow in front of the elders, in front of anyone which which we upbringed by our family. Our upbringing told us that you have to bow in front of all elders. This is artistic nature. So you identify yourself in your life, that yoga try to teach science and art. Like you think about that, like human science is scientific or artistic in nature. Like sometime when I was in master's polity, then I identified that, okay, political science is what, scientific in nature or artistic in nature. I was amazed that why these scientists and the keynote speakers always told about like scientific, these two attributes are different perspective. No, they have different perspective, but in the same coin they have a different perspective. It could be all, and not not like something like bank of river. right? If you like you if you told that scientific nature is a bank of river, another part of the bank of river, and artistic nature is another part of river, on that condition you couldn't be able to identify both of them, because these are absolutely separate. What I want to tell you guys, that the scientific nature of your lifestyle, forget about yoga, just talk about your lifestyle, like scientific aspect of scientific aspect of your lifestyle, scientific aspect of your behavioralism, scientific aspect of your mutuality, that is all about the artistic also, and they conjugate together, and once they bisected each one, your life will be yogic lifestyle. And what is yogic lifestyle? That's why I am here to tell you that what is yogic lifestyle. Yogic lifestyle, my dear friends, is something like midway, like neither you are a positive enough, neither you are a negative enough. If positivity are there, you can hold yourself, in negativity are there, you can hold yourself on, right? So I just want to speak you I just want to tell you that a story, a common story. There was a very common scientist was there, sage, ancient sage was there. The name of that particular sage is Durvasa Rishi. Durvasa Rishi pretend to be very angry, right? If anyone tell that hello, hello, hello sir, he always मैं तुमको श्राप दे दूंगा, such kind of personality he was. Okay, so once people are thinking that let we go, and like gwalas are there in Mathura, gwalas are there, and they are thinking that let we go to the Durvasa Rishi and provide some food, provide some dahi kind of thing, doodh kind of thing, milk kind of thing, curd of kind of thing. So first when we think about Durvasa, the first thing that let me go to Krishna. They went to the Krishna and say, hello Krishna, we are providing you some kind of curd, can you please have it, and like makhan kind of thing. So he just provided that curd. When Krishna identified, okay, Krishna, he was fond of curds, and he was fond of milk, so he have it, and very very generously he had it. And just after that, the peoples who was there, they say that Krishna, actually I have to go, I have to go, we have to cross the Yamuna, so can you please tell to Yamuna that provide us a path so that we reach to Durvasa Rishi. So Krishna says, okay, it's very easy for me, you just go and tell to Yamuna ji that hello Yamuna ji, we actually we are sent by Krishna, and he says that if Krishna didn't look at any girls, any gopi throughout their life, just provide me the path. This was actually told by Krishna. So Krishna, all Gwalas and all men who was present, they was amazed. Like 16,000 girls was there, supposed to be the girlfriend of Krishna. Why he is telling something like that? He is absolutely a liar. But what he cannot tell, because they all know that he is a god material. So this is okay. Let me go to Yamuna ji. Definitely we will sing if it will be a lie. So they went there, and they told to Yamuna ji, hello Yamuna ji, it's our pleasure to be here. If you provide us path, Krishna sent us, and he told us that if he didn't saw any girl throughout their life, you just provide me path. Yamuna ji was like, just he was just Yamuna ji just provided, just she was just like bisected. People were amazed. Oh my God, what is that? He just crossed the path, went to Durvasa Rishi. Why Durvasa Rishi pretended to be Durvasa? Durvasa pretend to be Durvasa just because he eat Durva. What is Durva? Durva is something like grass, right? Okay, he ate only grass throughout their life. So people are thinking, okay, let me had the particular grass, and Durvasa Rishi ate the particular grass. All right. After eating the grass, he was very happy, and asked two persons that why you guys are here. The persons provide the curd. Durvasa Rishi, actually we want to serve you with our curd. So Durvasa Rishi, okay, I'm so happy that you provide me a great opportunity again. He had it very tremendously, he had it very quickly and enjoyed a lot. Just after that, when he finished the particular curd, the people asked to again Durvasa Rishi that hello sir, I have to go at our home, we have to go our home, so can you please provide me the path. Can you please tell to the Yamuna ji that Yamuna ji please provide us the path so that we can go. So Durvasa Rishi told to that person, go to Yamuna ji and told to Yamuna ji that Durvasa Rishi sent us, and he says that If Durvasa Rishi didn't eat anything beyond Durva, then please bisect and provide us the path. The people was amazed. Oh my God, he is such a, like Krishna was something like he was like a small liar, but he is a very big liar. He just had it. In fact, he didn't wash their hand, his hand, and he identified that he didn't eat anything. However, they cannot argue with Durvasa Rishi, very well. Why? Because Durvasa Rishi will provide a, shrap kind of thing, curse kind of thing. So they went to the Yamunaji, and Yamunaji and they asked to Yamunaji, "Hello, Yamuna, it's a really great opportunity for me to again call you." Actually, Durvasa Rishi sent us, and what Durvasa Rishi told us, that if he didn't eat anything beyond Durva, he just bisect and provide us the path. Yamaraji again bisected, and they crossed. They was amazed, my dear friends. They were amazed, like what kind of conditions are happening. They didn't believe, like, yeah, either people, either sages are liar, either Yamunaji are liar, like such kind of thing. This kind of dilemma you also feel, feel in your life. Such kind of conditions you always feel in your life. Like you are supposed to be, very tense. Such kind of conditions when happen in your life, like you are saying that this is the a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. You always told us, but suppose it pretends something different. On that condition, what you will identify? What you will identify? You will identify that this is the actual dilemma. The people went to another sage, and what he asked to the another sage, that why how it could be happen. This is the absolute dilemma for us, for whole, for whole village, because Krishna says something like they he didn't saw any girl in his life. And similarly, Durvasa Rishi was also told by their disciples, and he also tell us that he didn't eat anything. In fact, he ate just in front of us. So the another sage says to the person, another sage told to the particular people, that see, when you do yoga, when you do samatvam bhav, when you do mid path, if you pretend to be positive, that is absolutely okay. If you pretend to be negative, then absolutely you have always, you can always bisect yourself in the mid manner. All right, like you are supposed to be, like you are suffering with any pain, like you are suffering with any condition, like you are suffering with mental pressure, like you are suffering with any conditions. Like in youth, there are lots of connotations are there. So in that connotations, in that conditions, if you are suffering, then yoga try to provide you the greater opportunity to be scientific sometime and be artistic sometime. Always, my dear friend, you have to always think about that, that you are not pretend to be a very practicalism, right? You are not pretend to be a very practical person. You're not pretend to be a very negative person. You're not pretend to be a very scientific person. You have to pretend a very normal person. Like in yogic lifestyle, this was actually told by our ancient sages. Like ancient sages, Hatha Yoga Pradipika, the book of ancient yoga science, he tell kevalam raj yoga hai Hatha Yoga Upadishyate. Only for raj yoga, only for the mental, mental kind of yoga, Hatha Yoga Upadishyate. What is Hatha Yoga? Hatha yoga is something like you are practicing the difficult asana, is something like that. In common manner, we can say that. Okay, so we what we found, that yoga is something like scientific also, yoga is something like artistic also. Now let we just segregate in another manner. Identify by anatomy and physiology. The yogic perspective have two major pattern, right? The first one anatomical and the physiological, and the artistic, like what, how you are performing your asana. What is anatomical perspective of yoga? Like you are doing yoga just for your benefit? No, you are doing, like you are suffering with cervical spondylitis, you are doing for yoga for that only. Actually, you was doing yoga for that only, but yoga have a very vast field, very vast arena. If you start yoga, then not only your cervical spondylitis, in fact your throat, your thyroid, your parathyroid, your glands, your pain, your back pain, everything will be get damaged, right? This is the scientific aspect of yoga. Yoga enables you to understand the deep anatomy and the deep physiology of your body. This is the scientific aspect of yoga. Like let me talk about Astanga. Astanga have yama niyama asana pranayama pratyahara dharana dhyana samadhisha, right? So if you talk about like Astanga, then definitely we will enable us to understand the scientific aspect of the Astanga yoga. Similarly, like if we talk about artistic factor of that, we can understand all the Ashtanga yoga in artistic manner also. Like let me talk about some Ashtanga, and then we deliver a very common phenomena to understand the whole world. Let the understanding of the yoga dissected and bisected by each and everyone by their own mind. Like I am asking you that what is yama? Ahimsa, the first thing, what is ahimsa? Non-violence. The first word came in your mind in your basic classes, like when you are in first class or second class or third class, you identified the word non-violence. And who was the promoter of non-violence? The first name came in your mind, that Mahatma Gandhi. Definitely it was coined by Mahatma Gandhi, and marketized, not coined by, but marketized by Mahatma Gandhi. However, if you identify the non-violence, non-violence is actually belongs to ancient yogic science. The first thing, the yama is actually, what is yama and niyama, I will definitely explore in front of you. Yama is something, the first step for yoga. Like if you want to deliver yourself in a samadhi level, in the absolute oneness level, on that particular time you have to start with yama, then niyama, then asana, then pranayama, then pratyahara, that means that it is dharana, then dhyan, and then samadhi. This is what, like ahimsa have two aspects. The first aspect is that non-violence. Ahimsa, yama has five aspects: ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, and aparigraha. What is that? Ahimsa, non-violence. Non-violence pretend to be three kind. Understand? Like what you think, that ahimsa, you are not going to beat someone, you are not going to eat meat or fish or egg, something kind of thing. No, this is the another part of non-violence. Non-violence pretend to be some more than that. Like mansa, vacha, and karma. There are three kind of non-violence. Non-violence, like mansa. What is mansa? Mansa is something from which belongs to your mental condition, right? Mansa. And similarly, what is vacha? Vacha is something like your what you speak. This is also a terminology used in violence and non-violence. Okay, mansa, vacha, and karmana. What is karmana? From your attributes, from your working phenomena, from your ideology, how you perform, how you are doing. This is all about mansa, vacha, and karmana. So what is ahimsa? Ahimsa is something like when you are talking about like mansa, like you are thinking, like you are sitting in the classroom and you identify the teacher is not good. Like the person who is sitting just behind me had a good friend, but you don't have. So on that time you will definitely find something negativity inside your mind. This is what, this is the absolute violence. This is the absolute violence inside your mind. Like you are not think negative about anyone inside your mind. You're not pretend to think about such conditions. You are not. Who are you? You have to identify the first thing, that why he having more marks rather than you, why you are not supposed to get more marks, just because of your endurances, your ability, your gratitude, or anything else. Like he is supposed to be a a great person. Sorry, he's supposed to be a great scholar, or he's supposed to be a great disciple of your teacher. Maybe your teacher loves a lot to the particular student. On that time you think, oh my god, the teacher is also hell, and my colleague is also hell, because they both they just respect each other, and this is not the common phenomena. We don't like that. This is the ahimsa, that you are doing something violence inside your mind. You are not supposed to do such kind of things. And yoga teaches to be midway of the each conditions. Like you, something getting happening, you just open your eyes, but your eyes are not seeing something. Like you are opening your you open your ear, but your ear are not hearing something. Like you are not supposed to tell something in the vacha phenomena. Vacha is what? Vati, that is from your words attribute. Like sometimes we usually tell to anyone that, hey, hello, you are a really bad person. Like the in the US, commonly this vacha violence is very popular. What is that? In USA, commonly people, white people and black people are there. You are very aware of that. They always, whenever you went to any shop, suppose you are a white and 4 or 5% are white and a black came inside the shop, they just pretend, who are you? Just get out from here. We are here. You are not supposed to be there. Okay, such kind of thing happen. My dear students, I need to tell you today that you have to understand, you are not supposed to say something such kind of words. If you say such kind of word, nad brahma. What is nad brahma? Shabda brahma. What is shabda brahma? Your words, this everything, like suppose I say something like hello, I say something, this word is not dimensioned. You know very well that energy cannot decrease. Just change the form. Energy cannot dimension. Energy cannot be cut. Energy cannot be urged. You cannot delete the energy. Like if you have 1 kilogram of energy, for example, like if you have a 1 calorie of energy, you cannot delete it. You can just change the energy in another formulation. That was our scientists told to us. And similarly, voice is the energy. Suppose you told you are going to do some bad biting. Okay, you just bad bited someone. The words pretend to just stayed inside the world. That is the nad brahma. What is nad brahma? Something like you spoke, that is absolutely present. Definitely not today, but one day it will hamper you, not by physical, but definitely by ideological. At least ideological hampering will get placed inside your body, and definitely you will hampered by the particular nad brahma. And nad brahma, trust me, my friends, you will not, you cannot save yourself. And who save? Only yoga. If you suppose like you was not a good person, suppose for example, you all was good person, but suppose anyone, like he was or she was xyz, was not a good person, but and he always, inside our classroom, inside our university, inside our world, there are lots of people, they always tell, oh my god, they do bad biting. So trust me guys, yoga and the scientific manner of the nad brahma will not going to not going to repolish them. The word again hamper the particular body, again hamper the particular ideology, again hamper to his mental ability. This is all about the vacha ahimsa, the words violence. You cannot do such kind of thing, because you have to pretend in normal condition. And if you pretend to normal condition, trust me, you will be on another level. What is the another level? There are lots of another level. For Ambani, another level to become the billionaire, become the number one most richest person in inside their whole corporate team. Okay, like for me, another level is something like meditation, such kind of thing. Or like for you, to another level is something like you placed, campus plays. So such kind of thing happens with you all. So if you talk about like the condition, like connotations, what you are having inside your mind, that is just gathered by your information located in your mind. Like you are a student, then you have books, and if you have books, then definitely you are going to learn the books. And the books told you, like I have keyboard in front of me, definitely I will learn only these words which are located in front of me. So similarly, lifestyle always occurs in front of you. Mansa, vacha and karmana, the three terminology is just because of your the three things, like upbringing, like your environment, like your ideology. And ideology is absolutely your disciple. You can change, you can order to your ideology, like you cannot order to your involuntary muscles, right? In scientific manner we can understand, like you can order the voluntary muscles only, you cannot order your cardiac muscle. In fact, if you are going to order your cardiac muscle to stop, you will die, right? Similarly, our ideology happens in our mind. What ideology could perform throughout your body, what ideology, what the words could be speak by your tongue, what the thinking, what thinking you are developing inside your mind. Definitely it's all about your adherences, your environment, your ideological upbringing. So yoga try to provide you the scientific manner of living life, the midway of everything, like positivity, siddham and asiddham, सिद्धि और असिद्धि में, दोनों में समत्वम योग उच्यते. The midway, actual midway identified by you for your lifestyle. But dear friends, I need to tell another segment. Ahimsa Satya. What is Satya? Satya is something like truthfulness. What is truthfulness? Truthfulness is something like when you are going to be, speak some words. Like when you went to your teacher and your teacher asked that, do you complete your homework or not? Then at that time you remember, if I say not, then definitely she will punish me or he will punish me. right? So you commonly say, yes sir, I did that, and you get inside the class and you copy, ask to your friend that can you please provide me the copy and I have to do homework kind of thing. So this is what, this is truthfulness? No, you told to the truth, like you told to the teacher that yes I did that, but when the class start, you prepared for your homework and you provided what you told to the teacher. On that time it was absolutely lie, but when you pretend to be present the particular copy, you was you was in the condition when it could be a normal, it could be a midway, right? Neither you are a liar, neither you was a absolute truth speaker. So such kind of condition, like once there was a sage walking on the path, and a person came in front of him. In fact, a lion came in front of him. A lion asked to the person that can you please let me know that where the cow went. Like a cow was actually, he was chasing a cow, so cow just went in the right direction. Okay, right direction. And the lion asked to the particular person that can you please let me know where the cow is. So the person was thinking, like, if I told that cow is right side, then definitely this lion will eat the particular cow, and this will be like go hatya type of pop. Okay, so he told to lion that the cow went to the left side. What is that for you? This is the absolutely lie. Okay, but such kind of lie which are going which are pretending some powerful element, some positive kind of element, this is not a lie. What is lie, my dear friends? I need to ask you a question. Like, suppose you are thinking that a light is truth, or absence of light is truth, like darkness is truth or light is truth. So, sometimes some people will definitely tell that the darkness is truth, but you have to understand, then when light is there, some the prakash and the overall light, we are overwhelmed with light, but absence of light is darkness. You have to understand that thing. Darkness is isn't exist in itself own. Darkness is nothing. What is darkness? Absence of light. Okay, so lie is what? Lie is nothing, just absence of truth. And absence of truth is not pretend to be absolute lie. At lie have there, three kind of the lies are there, like destructive light, some light, lies are there which can be constructive life, and something like for your profit. Okay, so there are three major kind. Destructive lies are there, constructive lies are there, and for beneficiary lies. Okay, what kind of constructive lies are there? Constructive is something like when you are speaking some lie to your teacher, your friend, your elder, or anyone. It could be a constructive manner, it could be construct something, not destruct something. And trust me, if you are a practitioner of constructive lie, then definitely not today, but definitely one day you will pretend to be a normal condition in the mid side of the condition what yoga science told to us. Okay, yoga science told to us that if you are in the midway, neither in the scientific, neither in the artistic, neither in the cumulative, neither in the formulative, you are midway of the particular lifestyle, then definitely you will become a yogi. And what is yogi is? Yogi, yogi something like who practices yoga, and yoga something like yam niyamasana, and something, what is yama? Like ahimsa and satya. What I am telling to you, that ahimsa, you practice ahimsa, violence, you practice non-violence. Okay, so you practice non-violence, you practice truthfulness. Truthfulness is something like that. Ahimsa, then satya, then aste. What is aste? Doing something like aste is something like you are not going to thieve something. Like if you have 10 rupees, I can thieve from your pocket beyond your knowledge. I can just took it away from you. Like, then if we talk about like this kind of thieving, then definitely Dronacharya was the person and Eklavya was the thief. All right, because Dronacharya was not aware that some student are thieving his knowledge. All right, but it was not the thieving. It had also a two part. Like I told you earlier, that each and every life, if you are someone, if you pretend to be a boy or pretend to be a girl, you have two aspects: your practical aspects and your upbringing aspect, your scientific aspect and your artistic aspect. All right, so Dronacharya was actually he was scared after hearing that Eklavya, a very great a bowman, he can fight with anyone. So he went to there and he asked that. All right. So three examples are there for this overall connotations. What is asked there? Like thieving, like you are not constructive and destructive thieving are also there. Like mansa vacha karmana, something kind of thing are also there. So this examples show you that why, like you are doing something, like you are thieving something in a constructive manner, not in like you are not supposed to go and took away some 400 or 500 for constructive, for buying your laptop from your father's, and your father pretend to be a very normal condition in this lockdown, and he was not supposed to give you the particular money. No, this is not constructive. This is when it will be become when constructive, when your father was aware of that, and you went with 500 rupees for making that 500 1000 rupees, not playing, not playing rummy, but for in a positive manner. What I need to tell you today, my dear friends, that you have to understand the phenomena, like the positivity, the negativity, and the midway. Okay. Similarly, like aste, like brahmacharyas are there in the Kalyan, a book named Kalyan, praised by Gita Press Gorakhpur. They always show that what is brahmacharya. Brahmacharya is something like not going to your wife, not going to, not marrying. No, this is not kind of brahmacharya. Brahmacharya is something like you are pretend to be a very formulative, like you suppose you are doing something on 5 a.m., then you are supposed to do that 5 a.m., like you are underestimate with your rules and regulations till 25 year of age. Then after 25 to 50 year of age, you are a very formulative person, you are a very common person, and you can live your life in a common formula. This is what scientific manner told by our yogic ancient sages. What is the scientific manner inside that? Like suppose I told you that any example, like p is equal to ir, okay, or p barabar hdg. This is p is equal to hdg. This is the formula and used by physical scientists. They always use p is equal to hdg. Okay, this is the universalism. This the formula is universal for you as well. Similarly, like your lifestyle, like you are a brahmachari, when you are suppressed by rules and regulation, which one made you a very very strict, very normative manner, like armed personals, like army people, why they are very fit and fine, why they are very strict, why they are something such kind of thing, because they are pretend to be a great brahmachari, and they are pretend to be a very normal conditions. All right. So, my dear friends, you have to understand that brahmacharya is something. See, two aspects are there. Like in Buddha Samhita or in Buddha Shastras, brahmacharya was not there. But soon after later, when the two part Heenyan and Mahayan are there, and Mahayan told to the Heenyanis that let me introduce brahmacharya. Similarly, like in Jain Dharma, like Makhali Putra Goshal, a man was there, and Goshal identified another separate religion. I don't know. So he identified something very brahmacharya. Like brahmacharya is not only the way to get rid from your wife or getting back from the girl in such kind of things. No, the brahmacharya is something like you are bonding yourself in a very common phenomena, very constructive manner, and such constructive manner will let you know, it will enable you to identify your lifestyle and your goals. So this is what overall brahmacharya is. Okay, so let me talk about ahimsa, satya, aste, brahmacharya, aparigraha. Like you, aparigraha is the yogic terminology. For a yoga personal, if you are a yoga personal, then you are not supposed to stock something. Like you are not, for example, in our in our bcom or in our mcom or in our mba, we learn economy. Economical science always told us that if you are going to stock something, that the price will be high, right? So similarly in yoga, we are not supposed to stock anything. Like our government always tell us that you are not going to stock something. Like I suppose I am a onion farmer, I'm not able to stock that one until unless the the rate will get down. Similarly in stock market, like bse, bombay stock exchange, always try to put the their rules and regulations to not stock any shares. However, in our lifestyle, in our yogic lifestyle, if you have knowledge, like you are a student, and if you have a knowledge, so you have to spread the particular knowledge. All right, because you are not going to stock, and if you stocked, then try to deliver it maximum by any mean, by any mode. All right, so this will improve your skills, this will improve your ideological upbringing, this will improve your scientific and artistic manner. Just after later, when you deliver something, when you try to deliver your ideology, your upbringing, your phenomena, and trust me guys, you will identify yourself in a common condition, and that common condition is called midway, and that midway is something like ida, pingla, and sushumna. Ida is there, pingla is there, sushumna is there, the nadiyas are there. In yoga there are three terminology we coin: ida, pingla, and sushumna. So sushumna is there, something like midway, like you sit there and you have to focus on the particular area. This is what, this is something like you are focusing on a midway. And the midway, I am trying to deliver you that ahimsa, you are practicing ahimsa, that you are practicing satya, that you are practicing asteya, practicing brahmacharya, practicing aparigraha. These all things practiced by you in your life. So you have to understand that the your ideological aspect, your upbringing aspect, your overall environmental aspect. This is what yoga tell us. Actually, scientific manner is there, and artistic manner is there. Sometimes you have to become very artistic, like the person who was the lion was chasing the cow. He was an artistic man, that he told lie that the cow went in the left side, actually cow went to the right side. Right, so this is the example. This is what, this is the artistic factor of your life. You are not pretend to be a very very what practicalism. Like you are not pretend to be a very practical guy until unless it hamper your phenomena, it hamper your environment, it hamper your own ideology. Similarly, like niyama. What is niyama? Niyama is something like satya, like soch, swadhyay, tap, ishwar, pranidhan. This is the common thing. Like you, if you want to be a like this actually our our youths are following this niyama very very quickly. Like they are just use deodorant for their body. They are just washing their face a lot with face wash kind of thing. So what is that? This is something like you are having in your shoch and suddhi kind of thing. This is told by our ancient sages in our ashtanga yoga. So you are following the niyama, like soch, swadhyay, tap. What is tap? Tap, that means tapna. What is tapna? You will getting you went to inside the sun, inside the light of sunlight, and you went there and you start tapna. You getting temperature? No, this is not the actual tapna. Tapna is something like you are having conditions that will make you a gold. Right, like you you are putting yourself in the conditions where you was a coal, and now just when you went from there, you will become a diamond. All right, when you passed your class intermediate, like 12th class, you entered the LPU, like Lovely Professional University, and there you identified yourself a very dark coal. Just after that, you when you get back from the LPU, you identify yourself as a diamond. What is the diamond? Diamond is something like आपने खुद को तपाया उसमें, आपने ऐसी कंडीशंस पैदा की जिसमें आप अपनी ऊर्जा की अनुकृति को, ऊर्जा की अनुभूति को नेक्स्ट लेवल पे पहुंचाते. This is what I am telling to you. That tapna, soch, swadhyay, tap. What is Ishwar Pranidhan? Ishwar Pranidhan is that something you are believing in the God. Like you are, you're not supposed to be atheist or a parasist, such kind of thing. Like you are believing inside the God. Suppose a person was there and he was saying that God is not there, God is not there, God is not there. He's not he's not a person, that he's not actually the person who didn't believe in God. Actually, he is believing in the God. That's why he is rigorously telling to us that God is not, because he know very well that that particular person knows a lot about God and he believes that God exists. So Ishwar Pranidhan is such kind of thing. Like suppose, for example, if you belongs to be atheist, you belongs to be persist and such condition, like you are not believing in God, and you went in front of your father. Okay, and just try to look your father as a God. All right, like you, when you was a very small kid, when you didn't know anything how to survive, on that time your mother and your father put you in the condition that you upbring yourself, and when they upbring you in a normal phenomena, and nowadays you are thinking that God is not there. Why not, man? If God is not there, then who they are? Who is your father? Who is your mother? They provide you the great environment that you survive. Like you are suffering with any sneezing, any fever, any cough, any kind of diseases, they provide you the medicine. He or she was a god for you, and in nowadays, and definitely will be your god. All right, so Ishwar Pranidhan is some kind of thing, like you are praying your god in any manner. Who is your god doesn't matter. Who is your who are going, who from for whom you are going to bow in front of him, I don't know, and you also don't know that who actually for you pretend to be a god, but you are going to bow someone in front of them and just say that you are God. For me, my God is more than that. Like my God is my father, my mother, my books, and many more than. All right. So my gurus, my teachers, my my associate members, everyone is my guru and my God, because they provide me the conditions where I bring myself. And this is all about the definition of God. What is that? This is scientific or this is the artistic in the nature. Like scientific, it becomes scientific when I identify that the conditions they deliver, this is absolutely scientific. You know why scientific? Because when I was suffering with a cold or sneezing or cough, on that time my father and my mother provide me the great opportunity to my body anatomically and physiologically to survive in the conditions. After all, when I talk about like artistic manner, I definitely they provide me the happiness. Whenever I talk, whenever I look in front of them, they provide me a great happiness. Whether they are suffering with a problem, whether they are suffering with a great great differences, whether they are suffering with any conditions, they always smile in front of it. This is what this is artistic in nature. And what is scientific nature? Scientific is something that they provide with the opportunity to grow up in such difficult time. All right. So Ishwar Pranidhan is some kind of that element. Yoga delivers the way of life. Yoga is like your topic, like yoga, the pathways, like not only for pathway for your life, it's a pathway for your whole upbringingness. Right. Yoga is something more than that. It's provide you to opportunity. It's provide you the your phenomena. It provide your environment. It provide your upbringingness. It provide your ideology. It provide your verb. What you are using in your mouth, the words, the connotations, your lifestyle, your thinking, your ideological upbringing, your everything. It only belongs to yoga. Because if you are a yogi, like see, Krishna ji told in Gita, he tells us that a person who used to sweep the city, like sweeper, if he or she is doing sweeping, he's or she sweep the particular city in rigorously matter in very focused manner, he is yogi. Like you are reading your book in very rigorously matter, you definitely pretend to be a yogi. Like you are doing this job by the Spade kind of platform, you are pretend to be a yogi, and you will become a perfect yogi if you practice all the things like ahimsa, satya, astya, brahmacharya, aparigraha, such kind of things. All right. So for yoga, my dear friends, you have to understand that yoga is nothing. Yoga, so, see, I want to tell you today, and from this stage, I want to tell to the whole world that, guys, you have to understand that yoga is your adherence. Yoga is your culture. And this culture is not only belongs to you, that belongs to your, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam kind of thing. We already think about that. All right. See, what is West people do? They just read your ancient books. Like I want to put an example, like Kanad, the first person, the first sage who identified the atom. However, Dalton came and Dalton, just proved that actually atoms are there in 18th, 17th century. So people, in fact, you guys are always think that okay, Kanad was not the father of father of atom. Dalton and Thomson and Rutherford and Chadwick and Curie and such kind of people pretend to be identifier of atom. No, Similarly, it could be happen, my dear friends, that if you're not going to deal with yoga, then this science will be raptured by in another form, and they will provide you in like they are providing you your pizza or hot dog in another manner. Like we have chapati and salt and oil inside the chapati, and we used to eat that. Like in our villages, many people ate that particular dietetics. However, they just put something and provide you as in hot dog. So what I need to deliver you today, that you have to understand that I am not pretend to be yogi. Like if I have a big hair, big kind of condition, I am doing asana, so that on that time I am a yogi. No, this is my artistic factor, man. Scientifically, you are absolutely a great yogi, because you provide a great platform and you are perfect in your work. Like you are coding something, like you code it for the website, then definitely for HTML, for JavaScript, for C++, or anything like Python or anything, you coding. So you are perfect in your coding, and definitely you pretend to be a yogi. What is yogi? Yogi is something like the midway, like you're living your life in the midway. All right, so you and me both are yogi. If I do asana, that's great for me, for my body, not for my artistic manner. For scientific manner, I'm okay for that. Okay, I'm just putting my body in a normal condition so that I can sit for 4 hour 5 hour rigorously, and I can speak, I can practice. This is our my body structure. All right, so if you do asana, that's another aspect. You don't think about that, that if you do asana on that time you become a yogi. No, more than that, if you practice niyama, pranayama or pratyahara or dharana, in fact mentality, developing your mentality is all about yoga. Like you are like a passive thinker, like you are active thinker. So in both conditions, like your thinking is passive. Like I speak a word that he went there by sham or by bicycle or something. Similarly, I said Sam was let it go there, and some kind of words you can took from your grammar, that is a active in the manner and passive in the manner, both have the same same meaning. However, if you are going to deal with the passiveness and activeness, and if you are going to be perfectly and you are dealing with the perfectly and a great perfection, on that time, trust me, you pretend to be a yogi and you are actual yogi. Right. So if you are become a yogi, then why not asana? Let me do some asana for physical fitness. Let me do some pranayama for physical fitness. Let me do some asana for our, charming of our face. Let me do something like the darkness. Let me remove it from the darkness, or just a low part of your eyes. All right, just ciliary muscles, like ciliary muscles, something like that. In USA, there are lots of colds, so they are doing something like that. Let me do some asana pranayama and let me remove it. Why we are having a very fatty body? Why? If we are a yogi, like I am practicing yoga, I'm practicing like ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, parigraha, everything I'm practicing in my life. All right, so if I'm practicing each and everything, then why I am not practicing asana? And if I practice asana, then I will become the glooming personality. I will become a very charming personality. I will become a very fit and fine personality. Then let me do asana. What is the problem? Scientific aspect actually try to deliver that point. All right, and the artistic factor is that how you deal with the phenomena. Scientific factor definitely tell you that you have to do some common thinking, some common ideology, and the artistic factor try to create the environment. Like you are a sketch artist, then you can sketch whatever you are thinking. Like you are a singer, suppose, like Uthappa ma'am is a great singer, and she always in seven what's Saat Khun Maaf, something kind of movie, she sing very hard language. Okay, and similarly, she can sing in very normal condition, normal, like Sunidhi Chauhan can speak very sweetly, and they both are singer. These are the difference between artists. Artists could be anything, like you, like me, like anything who can perform. Like like your anchor, like your anchor could be a great anchor, like your coder could be a great coder. Okay, like your JavaScript writer could be a great JavaScript writer, like your Python writer could be a great writer. It could be artistic. Maybe he think a great website, maybe I think another website. All right, so this is all about artistic nature. However, we have to think that the coding factor, that header and footer and some kind of element, you also put and I also put, because this is the universal in nature and this is scientific in nature. For you, truthfulness is the absolute in nature. For me, truthfulness is also absolute in nature, and this is the universalism, and this is the oneness across globe. My dear friends, I need to tell you that Satya, Ahimsa, Aste, Brahmacharya, Parigraha, Sauch, Swadhyaya, Tap, Eswara, Pranidhan, and Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, like your dietetics. My dear students, I need to tell you that our dietetics are not good. Trust me. Like you are eating some very fatty things, like you are eating something like very, very processed food, packed food. This is not a good thing. I'm sure that you are a scientist, you are an engineer, you are a future of our India, and I'm sure that if you deal with yoga, if you deal with the scientific aspect of yoga, then trust me, you have to deal with pratyahara also. My dear friends, you have to understand the ideology of yoga. This is your science, this is your culture, not me, not mine. This is not belongs to me only. Actually, Maharishi Patanjali told to Indians, that this is the yoga, this is the philosophy, let me separate it in whole world. And you are a student, and suppose you are not even like your father, like your mother, like your friends, like they're thinking, oh, he is the yoga practitioner. None of my business, man. I'm very practical. None of my business. No, yoga belongs to you also. This is your culture. You have to understand the scientific aspect, you have to understand the artistic aspect, how you can deliver your artistic aspect. That's all your opportunity. For From this words, I am done for today, and I really thankful to Himanshu ji and Shivai Upadhyay and the girl named something like Srishti Maria or something like that. And I really feel privileged to join you all. Thank you so much, guys. So I'm logging off for today, isn't it? Over to you, Shivai Upadhyay.
Thank you very much, sir, for joining in this session. And I hope that all the viewers got a lot of knowledge about yoga. And, sir, there are few questions we took from the comment section.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. The first question is, what are the its physical effect? Means, what are the physical effects of yoga that we do in our day-to-day life?
Perfect. Great question. Like suppose I start with some asana, like you are doing asana. So the first thing, we have three koshas, like pranic sharir, bhautik sharir, and adidavik sharir. There are three kind of body in our overall. Like we have aura, like my physical body appeared in front of you, like my pranic body appeared inside me, and my adidavik body, like something, my aura is something like that. When you start doing yoga, the first thing hampered by the yogic practices, your adibhautik, like your aura will be definitely very pleasant. Like when you look at any yogi, you will identify very, very charming personality. Oh my god, what a person he is. Sometimes we shake our hand with a person, I say, oh my god, he's a very negative person. I don't usually I don't shake the hand with this kind of person. But sometimes you are going and you are went somewhere and you shake with a hand with some very great personalities. On that time, like Modi ji have a great a great face value. Like his aura, his adi bhautik body is a great pleasing. All right, so yoga, the first work of yoga to provide a great aura for your body. The second, on your pranic sharir. What is pranic sharir? Prana is something like saman, vyan, udan, kurb, krikar kind of prana are there. Okay, so there are 10 prana, some 5 major and 5 minor pranas. So prana has used to work. Like I am speaking just because of my prana. I'm inhaling, I have prana, urja. So when you start doing yoga, your pranic sharir will be get benefited by lots of elements. And the last one, and the many very important, your body. Like I am, suppose I am doing mandukasana, then definitely my pancreatic juice will be secreted and my pancreas will start working, my insulin will start performing well, and my, at least my bilirubin count will be definitely discreted, and my blood will be perfect. I will deal with what kind of sugar kind of thing. Okay, like I am suffering with a heart attack, heart collapse or something like that. I am doing yoga, my blood vessels are okay, and I will be definitely okay for that. So day to day life, we are having three kind of benefit. So if you do day one yoga, you will benefited by your aura. Okay, the day two, you will benefited by your prana. That is what prana ayam. Okay, prano ka ayam is something like that. That it will be definitely helpful for you. Over to you, Shiva.
Yes, sir. The next question is, sir, like it's not actually a question, but it's a that guys want to get your opinion.
Mhm.
And sir, it is like that yoga is not just a set of asanas that one
Mhm.
performs on the mat, but rather
Mhm.
a way of life. Your
Mhm.
comment on this, sir?
Perfect. See, I throughout my whole, but today's lecture, I just deliver this topic only. Yoga is not the way, that you are performing the asana. Yoga is not something like the flexibility. No, 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 not about that. Yoga is like your lifestyle. Like you, when you start, like see, positivity and negativity. There are two conditions. Everyone, like you and me, also live in this condition. Either I am very positive, either I am very negative. The way of life told us that we have to live in normal conditions. Asana is just for asit iti asanam, which provide the helpness. Like kevalam raj yoga hai. What is raj yoga? Like the lifestyle, the life, how you think about that. Kevalam raj yoga hai. Hatha yoga upadishyate. Hatha yoga is that you are doing asana is some kind of thing, is like hatha yoga. Like okay, so if you want to live your life happily, like you want to live your life tension less, definitely you want to live your life tensionless. And you don't like if you don't have job, if you don't have money, then how you will survive? Trust me, if you do yoga, it will provide you the opportunity to think about that. Yoga will not provide you job, man. Yoga will provide you the terminology. The artistic factor of yoga will provide you the terminology. Like one person asked me, sir, suppose I met with an accident, all right, and on that time, what I do, what I will do, I will go to the physiologist, or I will went to you, like you are a yoga teacher. I say, see, my dear friend, if you met with, if you do yoga, all right, you are not going to met with an accident, because accident is not a sudden element. Accident happens only when you are driving and your mind was somewhere else. All right, so yoga provide you to to focus on the your lifestyle. Yoga provide you the opportunity to grab the dealings. All right, so this is what yoga is actually. Asana is something like you are happily living your life with your body structure. That's enough for asana. Aset iti asana. Nothing more than that. Over to you, Shivaya, again.
Thank you very much, sir, for the answers. And the next question is, sir, actually, in the comment section, we got a lot of questions regarding this. That please suggest some books on the yoga that deal with it according to the yogic science.
Definitely, definitely. See, there are lots of Anant Prakash Gupta as the writer, Rawls and Wilson, the American writer, Mr. Yogi, Daniel Yogi, a writer. They all just write down lots of book like Osho. Osho is a great writer of yoga. Pandit Sriram Sharma Acharya, he is the perfect writer. You, in fact, you went to Gayatri Shakti Peeth anywhere, and you identified that lots of books are there. 3600 books written by Pandit Sriram Sharma Acharya only on your lifestyle, man. If you want to really read your lifestyle, just go to the Vangmaya section of Pandit Sriram Sharma Acharya Guruji, and you will identify that each and every Vangmaya, like जीवन की आदि व्याधियां, जीवन से कैसे निपटे, मृत्यु के बाद हमारा क्या होता है, how we live our life, जीवन को कैसे जिए, and such kind of things. So I just named 4 or 5 person, like Anant Prakash Gupta was there, and Rawls and Wilson was there, Mr. Daniel Yogi was there, and Guruji Pandit Shriram Sharma Acharya ji there, Osho is there, and the thoughts of Rumi. He also provide. And in modern time there are lots of students who always follow Instagram as their teacher, because the pictures show a lots of knowledge. So don't follow Instagram for your knowledge perspective. Just try to get inside the books. I have lots of books in my library as well. In the background, this is just a section. However, I have lots of books of Pandit Sriram Sarma Acharya, and whatever I have, just because of him. So just try to go there. Next to you, Shiva.
Thank you very much, sir. It was an amazing session. I think all of the viewers got their doubts and their question answered and cleared from you. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us in this kind of session. And I hope that we will continue this kind of session in the coming future.
Perfect. It's an honor for me as well, and I'm sure that the topic and the lifestyle perspective of yoga, I was able to deliver you, and you guys get and benefited with the particular topics. Thank you so much, Shiva, and I'm logging off for today. Right?
Thank you very much, sir. And can you please, sir, tell about our team, sir? about
See,
it.
see, see. I was when I was heard that there are some young guys like ma'am of Delhi University told me that there are some young guys and they are doing great job, Spade kind of thing. I was thinking, okay, and lovely profile. I really amazed. I was not aware that you guys are too young, like first year, second year, third year, and final year students are there. So I just thinking that okay, administration of lovely professional university started their work like maximum university like like Sikkim University, like Dibrugarh University, like Mangalayatan University, such kind of universities are there, and they all of the friends because of the yoga day they are performing something. So I was thinking that definitely it was an administrator who contacted me and all. But when I when I just identified the name of Himanshu Singh, that he is a very young guy. Like when I look to you, Shiva Upadhyay, as a young anchor, and the Srishti Maurya and the rest, all members who are rigorously working, are really amazed. And the first word I told to you that you are is something like Vayu. My Guruji always told to me that युवा वायु के समान होता है. और युवा वायु के समान क्यों होता है? क्योंकि वो जिस भी दिशा में जाता है वो बहुत तेज जाता है. यदि वो बिगड़ता है ना तो बहुत तेज बिगड़ता है. अगर यदि वो सुधरता है या किसी कंस्ट्रक्टिव वे में काम करता है, ट्रस्ट मी, वो बहुत तेज काम करता है. सो यू all guys are amazing, and you are doing a great job that you provide us a platform to all over world, and definitely LPU have a great a great professionalism. What I found from today. So LPU lovely professional have also a great gems, a great diamonds already. In the first year they are performing such kind of job. What will they do in final year of kind of thing? Okay, so great, it's really great.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. It's an honor and pleasure to have you in this kind of session, sir. And hope that we will do it more and more to this kind of session in the time. Thank you, sir.
Perfect, thank you. Bye bye. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.